Hey y'all, welcome back to the page. We are about to get into season 9, episode 4 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. We open with Mia and Karen in the car during the transition to their beautiful vacation home in North Carolina. And we left off with Mia trying to force Karen into the accountability corner, and Karen kicking and screaming that she will not go. Mia's like, girl, this is about to be on the internet, because Karen's playing the whole you could look it up game, and she's like, well, yeah, I can. It's about to be all over the world. So give us something, like tell us you did something, admitting it is the first step type shit. And Karen just won't do it. And Mia's like, girl, okay, whatever. Karen just keeps saying she can't talk about it, and that is fucking tired. So throughout this whole opening scene, they're just switching between all of the cars because all of the women are split up. And so one car they have Kay, Ashley, and Jazzy. Kay's talking about her and her man a little bit. She has a business, she has some type of beauty spa or like hair spa situation, and she's like, that shit pretty much runs itself. So I go to work with my man as well, and he works in the mental health field with schools. So she has appointed herself as chief executive of marketing or something like that. So she gives a little insight about her man. Jazzy talks about her man. She's 3 years older than, I believe, and he plays football, obviously, so she feels like the life experience and her age equal each other out, and that he's never had a serious relationship despite having some children. So she's giving a little bit about herself. Kay's talking about her fetish for old men, which Ashley can relate to. So their car is kind of fun. They're just talking about all this different stuff and getting to know each other. Over in Giselle, Wendy, and Jacqueline's car, Jacqueline is attempting to talk shit about Karen, and Wendy's like, she's not here, absolutely not. These are not the vibes for my birthday. Wendy was like, shut up. Shut up. Which Jacqueline did, shut the fuck up, as she should. So that was that was fun. A little get back. Wendy ends up serving it back to Jacqueline a little bit, who once again tried to start something. Because she's like, Wendy, well, you don't really have beef with anybody right now. Like, you're good. And Wendy's like, yeah, I am. Thank you. She's like, but you're not. And so Wendy brings up a situation at the airport and or on the plane where Jacqueline and Jazzy kind of got into it over being the sidekick / side bitch to Mia. And that was just very funny because Jacqueline is claiming that Jazzy could never, and she doesn't know who Jazzy is. She's really trying to play Jazzy over Mia, of all people and things. And so that is quite interesting. There I go with that word. I'm going to burn it. I need shock therapy. Death to interesting. I'm going to say that in every video. It's going to be my unofficial slogan for my page. Death to interesting. But I just find it odd that Jacqueline doesn't seem to know what temperature her water is. She doesn't seem to know the flavor of her Kool-Aid. She doesn't seem to know what page she's on in her book. And I'm getting tired of it. Very tired of it. I can only imagine what it's like being there with her confused looking ass. We jump back to Mia and Karen's car because they talk about Stacy, or they're talking about Stacy. And Stacy made this quick little video of her riding down in the car, but they just keep playing the clip of her like holding her smile, and she just looks fucking crazy. But Mia tries to call Stacy. She does not answer her. And the second that Mia hangs up her missed phone call or declined phone call, she starts talking about how boring Stacy is. She is fake as fuck, yo. She is fake as fuck. And so what does Karen do? Because she's a messy bitch as well. She's like, oh, Mia, she's boring. What do the other women say? What do the other women think? Which we know why she's asking that question, and we'll see a little later. But I just loved how Mia went from trying to call this woman to the second she didn't get a reply, this woman was boring. Fakery. So they arrive to the house, and the house is beautiful. It's on a lake. It has a pool. They each have a personal concierge, which is a nice touch because having a personal concierge, that is luxury wherever you are. Trust me when I tell you. So the house is cute. They're going around looking at rooms, which seem to be pre-selected, if I'm not mistaken. And Jacqueline keeps going on and on about like how everybody has a nice room and where is her room and where is her room, acting ignorant to the fact that she knows she's about to sleep, spoon, and probably fuck Mia. Like, why are you acting dumb? But she's acting dumb because everybody's calling her out for being obsessed with Mia and being a weirdo. So she's going around acting stupid like she wants to know where her room is, knowing damn well where her room is. And once again, she doesn't know what's going on. She's confused. And I don't like that. You're being too messy and too involved to be confused. You can't be that involved and messy of a bitch and be confused. Pick a page, be proud of your page, and just stay there. But she's really ticking me off. Everybody else seems happy with their rooms. Kay did not seem happy because she got the bunk bed room. Karen is jealous of Wendy, mind you. She keeps saying shit like, don't do too much for Wendy's birthday. Don't do too much. I always have a bad birthday because of you ladies. So she is just really hating on Wendy's room, that it's decorated. Karen is really letting her evil witch side come out. Even though she's joking, but like I say all the time, there's a little bit of truth in every joke. You know how the saying goes. So, we see you, girl. We see you, girl. The girls are all gathering around. Stacy arrives. And so everyone's happy to see her. They're low-key snickering about the room situation because Stacy's in the bunk bed room with Kay. And they, before they even got there, they're like, Stacy is longer than the bed, so she'll have fun with that. Being messy. But Kay did push some of the bunk beds together to make a queen-size bed. So assuming that Stacy either stays there or does the same thing with the other beds, she would be fine in that regard. But she wasn't tripping anyway, as we'll see. But they're all sitting around, they're sitting down, and the subject of Jacqueline being obsessed with Mia becomes the topic. And so they're kind of all talking. Jazzy and Jacqueline get into it because somebody brings up the comments that were said on the plane. And what Jazzy clears up is that she said that she would be a better sidekick to Mia than Jacqueline would be, essentially. And so everybody finds, even though it's kind of probably true because I like Jazzy a lot and she already seems better than both Jacqueline and Mia combined, the women just found that funny, and of course they're going to be shady because like they're fighting over to be Mia's sidekick and side piece, which like nobody in reality really wants that job outside of Jacqueline, for real. I'm hoping Jazzy has something in her where she's like, I don't want to do that, because she seems so much better than that, honestly. But they get into it a little bit. Jackie, or as they call her, Jacqueline, goes from having a fight with Jazzy to having a stroke because she then gets up to talk about her body or her having it in the package. So she gets in a fight with she gets in a fight with, what's this girl's name? Jazzy? Damn, all the names, all the things, and all of the... So she gets into a fight with Jazzy. She then has a stroke, apparently. And then she gets cursed out by Karen, literally in that order without a break. So, fight with Jazzy, stroke, gets cursed out by Karen. Because after she's done with her stroke that she stands up for that nobody seems to understand, Karen just fucking curses her out. Mind you, Karen is deflecting, as everybody's saying, and she's kind of deflecting on Jacqueline, but Jacqueline is a weirdo who deserves to get cursed out in this moment. Therefore, Karen wins them on her side. See how that math works? That is bravo gay boy math. Karen's wrong this season, but right in this fight. Clock it. So she curses Jacqueline out, and Jacqueline starts crying because Karen's calling her a liar and telling her that she's fucked up and she doesn't fuck with her. And I support these tears. And Karen's like, crying till the cows come home. I don't give a fuck. So, bravo. Round of applause. Literally put in my note, deflection yes, but still great. We move on after Jacqueline gets clean, cursed, smooth the fuck out, to Stacy being ecstatic about the bunk bed situation. This is Stacy's first girls trip ever, and she's always wanted to sleep in a bunk bed, according to Stacy. So she's happy, and she's happy. She tells Kay, I'm happy to be sharing this experience with you and getting to know you, which changes Kay's mood. So they were all gooped that she was a good sport and she was cool about it, and that's what they get for trying to plot on her demise and her mental breakdown. So kudos to you, Stacy. Kudos to you. And although Stacy's very happy about the bunk beds, she is struggling seeming to find a bathroom, thinking she was going to have a bathroom in her room. Homie is walking into closets and production rooms looking for a bathroom that I don't think ever existed conveniently for her, so that was funny to me. But they move on because Mia has them all getting ready for dinner, and so Karen goes and grabs Stacy before dinner, and she's just kind of talking to her, and Stacy immediately opens up to Karen about her divorce and how she wants to tell her daughter, and she needs to tell her daughter, but she doesn't know how to do that, and she's scared to. And Karen is like, look, what you don't want to do is lie to your daughter or keep on a charade. Like, she's smart, She's old enough to figure stuff out and know something may be up. So like what you don't want to do is have your daughter look back and be like, hey, my mom lied to me, which is very valid. And Stacy seems to take that in. She does. And so as Karen is giving her this advice, she transitions to start telling her about some of what the girl said. But Karen said, now, Stacy, you know, I don't blow smoke up your ass. Like, that's not the type of friend I am. And I don't know if anybody else caught it, and I don't know if it was edited in, but Stacy literally said, yes, you do. And Karen, like, didn't even blink, budge, like, and Karen usually would have a moment. So that leads me to believe it was edited in, which also leads me to believe that Karen and Stacy may clash over some stuff related to that. But Karen literally said, I don't blow smoke up your ass, and I know clear as day I heard, because I had to rewind it, I'm pretty sure, Stacy said, yes you do. And the fact that there was no reaction, but we heard it that clearly, lets me know something is afoot. Once again, where's my... Predicting it now, we will be back to this matter, okay? But Karen proceeds to tell Stacy that people think she's boring, and Stacy's like, boring? Me? Maybe you don't understand me, maybe I'm like a bit of an alien to you, but boring is not. So Stacy wants to know who said it. She was gooped and gagged. She was like, oh, boring? Okay. The woman's wild. Like, she's wild. So they go on a boat ride before dinner across this lake. And this scene was kind of messy. First of all, I could not tell how big this boat was. The way it was like being filmed and cut and edited, it was either a very big boat where they had space to talk, or a very small boat where literally everyone can hear these private conversations that were being had. Which the latter ended up being true, that boat was small as shit, and these women were having messy ass, loud ass conversations just in front of each other, which literally makes me cackle. Because I just would love to see the optics of everybody just squeezed in with a camera, a man driving the boat, having these loud ass messy conversations. But Kay is talking, it's the new girls essentially with the OGs on one side. So the new girls are talking about a few things. They're talking about Kay's incident at the GNA event last season where she got hit in the head with a bottle or a cup and then beat the fuck out of Ashley's friends for the TMZ in the world to see. That was a big deal. That brawl kind of ended the season, or was close to the end of the season last year. So Kay's talking about that very loudly, how she's pursuing charges against Deborah Sesame Street, as Candace called her. And just the point is, she's talking very loudly, and Ashley is clearly involved in a culprit, and Kay was not really fucking with Ashley for that reason. Ashley's quiet as a church mouse. They move on to talk about Stacy and Ashley, and how Ashley was at dinner previously and like threw Stacy's business out there. And so Ashley stayed quiet all during Kay, and now that I know they were sitting on each other's kneecaps, stayed quiet during Kay because she knows what the fuck is up. Thought she was going to turn around and address Stacy. Why are you picking and choosing? You think Stacy's stiff, white girl demeanor is gonna let you just like fucking get away with everything that you want to get away with, Ashley? Okay, because Stacy was like, Ashley, oh, you want to engage? You want to fight? Let's fight. So Stacy walks over to the OGs. Everybody joins together on one end of this small boat. And Stacy's like, Ashley, I thought we were getting to know each other. You spent hours at my house this week. My business, talking about my business. So Ashley's like trying to play all dumb and like, Stacy, like you're coming at me and you're doing this and it's not cool and blah, 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 blah. And Ashley tried to pull the like, you don't really know me like that card, and Stacy was like, excuse me ma'am, you had your bunions on my kitchen counter the other day. I thought we were getting to know each other perfectly fine. And Ashley, of course, had nothing to say because, right, you came into this woman's house and put your fucking foot on her counter, and now you're trying to tell her that she doesn't know you, or like you're trying to be shady with her. So Stacy was like, okay, I'm boring? Bet. I'll show you boring. Which leads me to her asking the group, who called me boring? And so everyone's trying to act all dumb. Giselle was like, I might have called you stiff. And she's like, stiff? So shout out to Wendy. She didn't fumble this ball. But Wendy goes, I think that was Mia. I think Mia called you boring. And so Mia's like, well, we think you're uninteresting. Which But leave it to Mia. Mia's gonna say some shit. And the whole boat like sinks their heads in shame because they all said it. But Stacey's like, that is not true, and I will show you that that's not true. So I was proud of Stacey for sticking up for herself. Even though she was stiff during it, she still did it. So it's getting dark. They head back to shore for dinner. They get to dinner and Mia's friend and event planner's there to join dinner and be on TV for a few minutes. Giselle starts off dinner with addressing Karen about her foolishness, and Karen's reaction is once again a no for me. Giselle's trying to come at Karen and get answers for why she had her event when she did, why she conflicted the way she did, knowing the meaning and the importance of it. And Karen is like, I raised you, da-da-da-da-da, just saying like weird, stupid shit. And it's a no, and Giselle's like, Karen, fucking cut it out, like stop it, like real life stop. And so that was quick, but Giselle did a good job of expressing herself. She's leaving to go handle some business at home and come back. So once again, Giselle came out the winner of that situation, and Karen came out looking an absolute fool again. It's okay, because I think Mia's trying to get ligbacks for Giselle at this point. We end the episode with Mia just taking over Wendy's birthday. In addition to Mia's friend getting her little 15 minutes of fame, Mia has invited a group of her friends over for Wendy's, I guess, birthday dinner, and has now made this whole thing about her, and now they're telling funny stories about Mia at this dinner. That's why I can't support her either, for real. So they're talking about how ink licked between Mia's toes, like that's the funny story. That's fucking gross. It's not a funny story. And why are we telling it on national TV at dinner, ladies? So they're telling the story. Jacqueline is acting all nasty and gross. They're talking about this happened on a yacht in Mexico. At what point in your married ass timeline did this happen? That's what we want to know. Because once again, what? And so they're telling that story. This other girl starts telling the story about how she's known Mia for 14 years when she married Gordon, which Jacqueline immediately goes, well, I knew Mia before Gordon when she had her first car on rims and yada yada yada. Weird ass bitch, we don't care. Like, just so strange. Don't know what page you want to be on as Jacqueline. But we end the episode with Mia dropping a bomb about Karen, which was that she went out for a night with Karen and one of her girlfriends that was there telling the toast story. And apparently Karen left them and then butt dialed them after she left, saying, these women think I'm with my husband, Ray. Dun, dun, dun. So once again, Mia is trying to take out Karen in her marriage, and she's trying to low-key shade her as if Karen's going to take this well at all, knowing the space she's in right now. So we leave with another cliffhanger on Potomac, and I'm sure some more messiness will follow. But that was that. Another review in the bag. Yeah. If you have any comments, please leave them. I hope you guys are watching, enjoying. And as always, please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will catch you for the next one.